Today, Christie lives quietly at his home in Dublin. Quietly, but not idly, for he leads a very full life. He divides his time between his paint box and his typewriter, between his two careers, that is, of artist and author. His paintings are full of colour and life, and no one looking at them would ever guess the circumstances under which they were painted. Some of them have still life subjects, simple everyday things like a bowl of fruit or a vase of flowers, but in others he lets his fancy and imagination take flight, and he paints scenes and landscapes and events that he himself has only seen in his mind's eye. For him, his paintbrush is a means of escape, a means of self-expression, an outlet through which flows all his love of life and movement and activity. He sees things the way a child sees them, as something new and strange and exciting, and he paints them the same way. It's the painting of a man who's never been able to take anything for granted. Everything he has, no matter how ordinary, he's had to fight for. And even today, that fight is still going on. There's still the same temptation to give in to discouragement, to abandon the struggle, to sink under the daily burden of living.
Well, Christie, you've certainly got great variety in your paintings, both in the subjects that you have chosen and also in your style. Are you still at the experimental stage?
Yes.
So you still regard yourself as a pupil of art?
Yes.
Have you a teacher at the moment?
Well, I have.
From the College of Art, is it?
College of Art.
Yes. Do you think you'll one day be a full-time professional artist?
I hope so.
Of course, you've already
That's my aim.
It's your aim. You've already had some exhibitions, haven't you?
I have two.
Yes. Well, through the Disabled Artists Fund, you can sell your paintings that way.
Okay.
And have you already got some
Yes.
Christmas cards and,
Yes.
and that sort of thing? Well, do you think you could become financially independent and make a living through that?
Well, I have more.
Yes. Of course, that wasn't your only source of income.
No.
You've also got your books and your writing.
Yeah.
I've read My Left Foot. It's really it's a great book, I thought, especially the first chapter. It's been translated into 5 languages, I believe.
5, yes.
Must have given you a terrific thrill, did it?
Yes, indeed.
Well, I'm going to read a bit out of it, Christie, if I may, to you, if you don't object to hearing your own words. It's a bit that you wrote just after you'd come back from Lourdes. Here it is. I know quite well that no matter how I might appear on the surface, no matter how I might pretend to others, or how much I lied to myself, I would never be happy or at peace with myself as long as I was crippled like this. Now that was written, I suppose, about 10 years ago.
About 10 years ago, yeah.
Do you still feel that way about your handicap, Christie?
Well, yes, I do. But I'm not bitter about it.
Yes.
I'm quite reasonable about it, you know?
Yes. Well, do you think that you've got a more mature...
I've grown up.
You've grown up and
Yeah.
grown up with it.
I
Yeah.
hope.
Yes. Do you think that Lourdes helped you to an understanding of that?
Yes, indeed.
In what way now?
Several ways. It helped me to know myself
Yes.
better.
Yes.
It helped me to look around me
I know.
more, to see more,
Yes.
to understand why I was handicapped.
I know. Well, was it looking at other people
Look at other people worse off
than yourself? I know. Well, I remember reading another part of the book. You mentioned that after spending some time in the clinic, you realised that you were making progress, but that no matter how much progress you made, you'd never really be a normal person, able to lead a normal life. Does that still hit you as something rather hard?
Well, yes, it's not hard, but it's nobody has anything about it.
Nobody.
I just have to live with it
I know, and accept it.
and accept it,
Yes,
which I think I have.
yes. I think you have too. Christie, you have been very lucky in that you have been so talented with your painting and your writing, But there must be many children who are born disabled who don't have those talents and who can't sort of sublimate their handicaps.
Yes, I know.
What would you suggest for them?
Well, it's very hard for somebody else. You see, we all have our own problems,
Yes,
but on your home, I say look forward,
yes,
don't look back,
yes,
and keep on fighting.
yes. Do you think you are particularly lucky in your home and your...
I'm definitely.
Yes, I would think that
Yeah.
too. What do you think helped you most to fight against your disablement?
Well, my mother.
Yes, she's number one.